Hello, everyone. It's me, Zara, broadcasting live under this beautiful super wolf blood moon. Wow. So, for the occasion, I put on my orange red shirt, and I'm really excited to be sharing the energies with you here tonight. So, for those of you who may not be aware, around it started last night actually around 10:30 Eastern. Hi Sony, hi Shelly, hi Christina, welcome. And it lasted just past midnight, the eclipse. So the moon was actually visible in its blood red color. Hi Christina. And so I'm curious. First of all, I can only see some people who are joining. So if you're joining and we're not friends on Facebook, please say hello and let me know your name and where you're joining us from. Happy New Year to you too, Sony. Thank you so much. So let me know your name and where in the world you're joining us from. Right now we have Sony from Edmonton, Alberta, and Christina, I know, is joining us from Arizona, and Shelly from Toronto. So welcome. Danielle says, hi, first time I've made it in a while. Beautiful, welcome Danielle. Let us know where you're joining us from. Kim says, hi Kim from the UK, and we have Doris also joining from the UK. Welcome. How lovely. So it's late at night over there. So it's lovely to have all these women gathering from all over the world. And I'm curious, for those of you who are on the this side of the world, the Americas, who got to see the eclipse last night. Truthfully, I was so tired that I got into bed at 10:30 last night, so I didn't get to witness the eclipse myself, although I would have loved to see the moon in its orangey red color. Miranda Gray took some beautiful photos. She's in Mexico City right now, so I posted those photos on our group, so you can take a look if you haven't seen them. And Jasmine says hello from Miami. Welcome, Jasmine. Oh my gosh, China Rose from Napa, California. Welcome. You reminded me of someone else I know who has a similar name. And we have Cherie from Australia. Welcome. Danielle says she's from Hudson Valley, New York. Great. Thank you, Danielle. And we have Heather. Hi, Heather, who's in Boston. Happy New Year to you too. And Claudia from Sweden. Welcome, Claudia. And then Meredith says, hi, it's Meredith from NYC. Welcome. First meditation. Welcome, welcome. And Rachel says she's from Pasadena, California. Welcome, Rachel. Oh, Sony, I guess you saw the moon. She says it was amazing. And hello, Elizabeth. Welcome back from the UK. And we have Fiona from Charlottesville, Virginia. Welcome, welcome. So as you're tuning in, it's so lovely to have so many women joining from all over the planet. And feel free to say hello. Let me know where you're joining us from. And if you got to see the full moon last night, if you're on our side of the world, in the Americas, how did it look to you? Was it spectacular? Sony says she saw it and it was amazing. Heidi says hello from Toronto, and Leah is here from Athens. Welcome, Leah. All right, so as we're getting started, I think I have lipstick on my teeth. Okay, good thing I can see myself. Give me a second. I just want to pull up my notes. Yeah, so I wanted to mention that the next lunar eclipse is not until May 2021. So too bad. I know I wish I could have stayed up last night to see it myself, but sometimes we just need to go to bed. So we do have an opportunity in May of 2021 to see potentially, I'm not sure which side of the world it'll be visible on, but for those of you who got to see it, please hold that visual with us, because we're going to talk today about the meaning of the blood moon, actually, and the significance it has for us as women who are on this feminine path of awakening, and also how when we change the vibration of our individual wombs, how that impacts all the women, not just the women who are in our immediate like vicinity and immediate radius, but that literally we're changing the world by changing ourselves, which is not a foreign concept, but I like the fact that Miranda Gray says that when we change the vibration of our wombs, we're actually changing the vibration of wombs everywhere. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that tonight. And you know, last night I had the great fortune of being in a circle here in Toronto. And it feels so special for me to hold space for you, but to also be part of a community where space is also being held for me, where I can be part of a circle. And the reason is, you know, community is so important. And part of, you know, the wolf moon tonight is also the wolf moon, so the January full moon, which is the first full moon of the year. So happy new year. And it's a moon that really calls to us to come together in community. So the wolves, they run in packs, and they you know, they always have each other's backs. They're always there to support each other, and they stay close and connected, and you feel a sense, obviously, of belonging. And so I hope that part of today's intention of our circle, that we can bring that feeling of belonging. And as we create our circle this evening with women literally from all over the world, that we're part of a community together. And so it feels really special to me, for me to be sitting in Toronto and for you to be sitting wherever you are in the world, that together we're sharing space under this powerful moon, this powerful full moon, the first one of the year, as well as part of the Yoga Goddess Facebook support circle. So I really appreciate each and every one of you for being here and for being part of my community, and for all of us to be in this together, right? Because we're not meant to go at it alone. And as women, we really do need each other, that in this bond of sisterhood, we really, you know, we grow together, we love together, we have heartbreaks together, we continually find our way together, and as each of us evolves and grows, we bring other women with us, and we can show each other the way. And a huge part of the work that I do, of course, if some of you have been following me for a while, is the idea of how we're all connected as women through our wombs, through our menstrual cycles, to the earth, to the moon, to the seasons, that all of the the feminine, it spirals and connects us in so many different ways. So we're going to talk about that a little bit more tonight as well. So I'm curious, as we are gathering under tonight's full moon, the question I've posed to you is, what is your soul howling for? So, of course, with the imagery of the wolf, that's where this idea of howling is coming from. So I would love to know if we could just drop in to a place of inquiry for each of us, to just take a moment to go inside and get quiet and ask the question, What is my soul howling for? So I'm just going to open up an, a moment of silence for us to go inside. If you're in a place that it's safe for you to do, just close your eyes. Take a couple of deep breaths in and out. Drop the breath right down into your hips, into your seat. Maybe feel your feet on the floor. Let your shoulders and jaw relax. And with your next breath, tune into your heart center. Breathe into your heart center. And listen for the answer. What is my soul howling for? What is my soul howling for? And once you hear or get a sense of an answer, go ahead and share that with us. I'm just turning my heater on. And I'll just welcome a few more people as you write. So welcome Allison from Rochester, New York. And Lakeisha Simpson, hello from New Mexico. First meditation. Thank you for sharing. Lakeisha says the moon was breathtaking all night. Beautiful. Thank you. And hello, Michelle. Welcome. And Heather says the storm and clouds finally cleared around 1 a.m. and saw the moon just coming out of the full eclipse. Oh, thank you for sharing, Heather. Beautiful. So as you put your thoughts together for what is your soul howling for, I would love to know. Just going to lift my... Oh, there we go. All right. What is your soul howling for under this full wolf moon? Sarah Barbara says proximity. I love that, Sarah. It really resonates for something that I feel like my soul is howling for right now, which is nourishing friendships and relationships and community, and that feeling of closeness, bonding, connection. So proximity really resonates. Thank you, Sarah. And Pelagie Ducat says, bringing joy to the world. Oh, beautiful. Thank you. Cherie says, peace, care, baby, and rights for all. Thank you, Cherie. Fiona Johnson says, expansion. And Pelagie says, I'm living in Spain. Oh, Pel, thank you. And Jasmine Moore says, living in my purpose and love. Thank you, Jasmine. Meredith Fabian says, my soul is howling for creativity and expressing myself authentically through my work, which will involve a career change. Thank you, Meredith. And Sony says, a space of belonging in Edmonton. Thank you, Sony. I actually have a really good friend, Sony, that I should introduce you to, who I think you would have a really awesome time with. She's hilarious. So reach out to me and I'll put you in touch. All right, so let's just take a moment. I want to just take a moment to grab my, I lit a candle and I have another, my red candle holder. And I just want to take a moment. If you have a candle that you want to light, it's not required, but it just feels like something special to do as the colors of this full moon, the moon rays, Miranda says, are golden orange and gold. So isn't that nice? It's lighting me up. So let's take a moment and just, I want to light the flame because isn't it exactly that color that we're going to be meditating on. So the golden orange rays of the moon. So let's just take a moment to tune in to the fire, the flame. I love the smell of the beeswax. And let's just take in this moment and this space that all of us are connecting in as we bring our circle together in formation. And we call forth all of these various intentions. I'm going to safely put the candle back. I'm just going to keep this one behind me. All right. So as our circle opens this evening, and we have all these beautiful intentions that we're gathering with, we're all a mirror for each other. So if you heard an intention that resonates with you, know that it's here in the circle, and it's something that we're holding our intentions not only for ourselves, but for each other in this sacred circle. So just going to see if we have a few more intentions here. Danielle says, more time spent with nature to feel more in tune with myself and the earth. Thank you, Danielle. And Leah says, a healthy baby, a beautiful family, and living in creativity through my work with kids. Beautiful, Leah. Thank you. Christina Sloan says, my soul is howling to be set free, to be comfortable in my own skin and be able to speak boldly and freely. Thank you, Christina. Beautiful. And Sai Sri says, hello all, Sai here. My soul is howling to follow my heart, and I couldn't be able to get hold of it. Oh, Sai. Well, I hope that this evening helps and supports you in your intention. Welcome. Teresa Wilcox says, my soul is around, or is howling, I think, moving into community land. Beautiful. And Allison says, for me and my husband to conceive this year, a slight career change, and to create stories and artwork based on my meditations. Beautiful, Allison Burchell. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so basically what I want to do now is to get ready to guide us through a meditation. And we're going to be doing a meditation on the moon rays. And then I'm going to explain to you the meaning and the significance of this particular blood moon and what it means on our path of female awakening. And as a moon mother, when I refer to the path of female awakening, I'm referring to the path of the womb blessing. So I'm a moon mother who's been certified by or trained by Miranda Gray. So as part of my work in Yoga Goddess, I also work individually with women to give them the womb blessing to awaken their own female energies, which really initiates you on the path of your own female awakening. So I'll talk a little bit more about what this particular moon means for us as women collectively, but also for women who've received a womb blessing or who would like to receive a womb blessing. There's a little bit more significance of what that means for you. And then finally, I want to talk about how you can start to really connect your own cycle with the cycle of the moon, and how to bring that wisdom, that what your body is communicating with you every month, how to bring that forward in your life in a way for it to really light up your path, to show you the way of what do you want to birth into your life. So whether that's a baby, whether that's a relationship, whether that's a career change, that your menstrual cycle has this power of manifestation. And so we're going to talk about that at the end of how to use, how to, the word that's coming to me right now is harness, how to tap into the power of your menstrual cycle for it to be in service of your dreams and goals and what you want to manifest in your life. So we'll get into that at the end. So to start though, let's begin with the moon rays meditation. So I'll just sort of give you an overview about what these moon rays and the meditation that I'm going to take you through is about. So on each full moon, basically what we're doing, because the moon is a reflection of the Earth's fertility, the Earth is most fertile during a full moon. So what we're doing by honoring the full moon in terms of the female archetypes is celebrating the mother archetype, which I also talk about as the lover and the nurturer. So what we're doing under this full moon tonight is breathing beautiful healing energies into your life and into your womb. So, excuse me, I'm a little bit stuffed up. So this meditation is offered as a gift of gentle light from the moon mother herself. So thinking about the moon as the mother of us all, for healing, well-being, and peace all around the world. And in the silver white light of the moon, it encompasses all of the colors of energies that are available to us, softened through the light of the feminine, the light of the moon. So in this beautiful and deeply loving meditation, we're literally breathing different colored rays of moonlight into our wombs to bring healing to all levels of our beings. And each full moon brings us different colored energy to help specific areas of ourselves and our lives. Okay, so this particular path of female energy awakening, which I referred to a moment ago, which is the path of the womb blessing, and specifically the worldwide womb blessings. It gives, each full moon is a way for us to receive healing and support as each of us walk this gentle path back to our authentic expression of femininity. So I'm going to invite you now to close your eyes and take a deep breath in. If you have a shawl, go ahead and wrap yourself in your shawl. And feel, as you take another deep breath in, feel your weight on the floor, if you're sitting on the floor or on the chair. And feel how heavy you are, just relaxing into the support. Let all of your weight sink into the support of the floor, of the chair, wherever you are seated. Letting this support take more and more of your weight, sinking deeper and deeper into that support. And as you deepen into your body, bring your awareness to your low belly. If it helps, you can place your hands over your low belly, to bring your awareness down. Feel, know, or see that your womb tree lies within your lower belly. Its beautiful trunk splits into two main branches, and they are full of green leaves with small white flowers and red jewel-like fruits on the ends. The tree's roots grow deep into the earth. Follow them down. Now become aware of the full moon above you, bathing you in the most beautiful silver white light, washing through your aura and over your skin. Within this silver white light lie all the colors of the rainbow, softened into a gentler, feminine vibration. See or feel that within the moonlight are individual rays of orange gold light. The orange gold light flows over you and through you, down your body and into your womb. Open your womb and let it fill with color and energy and love of the Moon Mother. Repeat in your mind, I open my womb center with love to receive the energies of orange gold moonlight. I open my womb center with love to receive the energies of orange gold moonlight. I open my womb center with love to receive the energies of orange gold moonlight. And now we're going to bathe in the rays for a few minutes. Keep receiving this orange gold moonlight into your womb space. Keep repeating in your mind, I open my womb center with love to receive the energies of orange gold moonlight. Notice how you feel and what you sense and see. Take a deep breath in and grow your womb tree roots back down deep into the darkness of the earth. And slowly bring your awareness to your heart and feel gratitude for the healing gift of the Moon Mother. Take a deep breath, smile, and open your eyes. So, what did you notice? What did you see or sense or feel? What did you see? What did you sense? What did you feel? I'll give you a moment to write that into the comments. And I'll just read a few more intentions that came in. Dina Demetrius, we're holding the intention for you to be married and to conceive a healthy baby with your husband, to feel empowered in your finances. Thank you, Dina. And Shelley, we're holding your intention for good health, vibrancy, and creativity. Heather, we're holding your intention to follow your heart to complete your wolf pack. I love that. With more light, love, and health. Thank you. Elizabeth says, I'm howling for my husband and I to bring my family together I'm howling to continue to create a heart-centered business and to teach. And we are holding your intention to start a family, Elizabeth. Thank you. All right. And now for what you felt during the meditation. Kim Marie says, thank you for that. I feel cleansing and a letting go. Thank you, Kim. Jasmine Moore says, peace. Sarah Barbara says, grounding, beautiful and powerful. Angela Smith says, white light and a sense of calm. Beautiful. Thank you, Angela. Elizabeth says, grounding energy and life. Thank you. Meredith Fabian says, it was beautiful to feel my womb filling with the moon's glow. I saw a healthy, happy baby. Ooh, beautiful. Thank you, Meredith. And I forget, Ballet Virtuoso, what your name was. But she says, warmth, peace, and calmness energy. Beautiful. Dina says, felt deep warmth and expansion in my womb. And Sony says, to see winter snow and cold as fertile. Ooh. All right, I'm going to come back to that in a moment. And Kim Marie says, I drifted off in the middle and I really felt higher consciousness. I need to keep coming back to the cleansing like it really allowed me to let go. Beautiful, Kim. Thank you. So a couple of things. I too really feel like that there is a deep letting go for me personally happening with this moon. So I invite you to consider for yourself what is maybe your soul howling to make space for? What do you need to let go of in order to make this space for whatever you're calling forward? Because sometimes we don't have the space to bring forward what we're really yearning for. So what is it that you need to let go of to make space to let in what your soul is really howling for? So I invite you to think about that, maybe journal on it, meditate with it as we move forward this evening into the rest of your night. Take a moment to think about that, contemplate it. Sarah Barbara says, I had a vision of many spermatozoons, I don't know how to say that, but basically sperm, trying to penetrate my belly that looked like a full moon. Weird but fun. Love it, Sarah. Allison Burchell says, I began to release thoughts and patterns that don't serve the intention I shared. Perfect, exactly in alignment with what I just said. I also felt a beautiful calm. Thank you so much, Allison. And Teresa Wilcox says, I saw orange and gold and myself with ample space around me, sitting on the ground. I felt the tremendous tension in my shoulders and a warm connection to my pelvis. Beautiful. All right. So I want to go back to talking more about what this blood moon is telling us about ourselves as women. So Miranda says that in the blood moon itself, which is so powerful, I love this information that she shared, that we have the image of the woman, like of women actually, of all of us women as a collective, who menstruate with the red moon. So if you are on your period now, if your period started yesterday, the day before, if it's coming tomorrow or the day after, you're on a red moon cycle, which means you're menstruating with the full moon. And so you, as women menstruating right now at the full moon, which I normally am, but I'm currently not, my cycle flipped in December. So you, as a woman, a red moon woman, and all of these women who cycle with the full moon, who have their period with the full moon, are women who embody the dark mother crone. And so they withdraw from the world, while other women on the white moon cycle, those of us who are ovulating right now closer to the full moon. So whether your ovulation cycle started yesterday or the day before, if it's coming tomorrow or the day after, you're on a white moon cycle. and you are embodying the bright mother and radiating her light into the world. So normally, if you're menstruating with the full moon, instead of putting your light out into the world, you're withdrawing from the world, and the light is actually being focused inwardly. Whereas those of us who are currently ovulating with the full moon, our light is radiating outwardly into the world, which for me was a really strange paradox, because I'm so used to menstruating with the full moon that I actually felt kind of dizzy yesterday and a little bit like overcharged, because of this sense of being in sync with the moon, with the brightness of the full moon. When I'm used to being more withdrawn and inward, even though I always lead these full moon meditations, my energy is often really deeply turned inward, and I have to move against what my natural vibration is doing and come out in a more outward way. But sometimes you might notice that I'm still kind of quiet and softer, and maybe today you see me as a little bit more brighter and radiant or energetic. So all of us, when we're menstruating, turn inward. And that's regardless of whether you're menstruating with the full moon or menstruating with the new moon. Wherever you are in your personal menstrual cycle, there's a withdrawal of light and energy from the outward focus into a more inward focus. So the blood moon reminds us that there are two mothers in our cycles: the light mother of ovulation and the dark mother of menstruation, which are both beautiful expressions of the divine feminine. So as a woman who's trying to conceive, I would really love for you to take that piece of wisdom in, that it's not just the light mother of ovulation, but also that there is a mother, the dark mother of menstruation, that comes to you every month. And if we can hold that sense of still being connected to motherhood even when we're bleeding, it's a really beautiful way to connect with our divine feminine aspect. So another thing that's really important to understand about the blood moon when we have the lunar eclipse is normally we never see the whole cycle of the moon. We only ever see the phase that she's in. But with the eclipse, for a few hours, we see the whole cycle of the moon. So the whole cycle of the feminine was displayed before us in the night sky last night. So if you take a look at the photos that I posted from Miranda on the support circle, there's images of each phase of the moon that she cycled through last night. So we got to see the moon mother become the moon enchantress. We saw that the moon enchantress is the waning moon. And we saw that the enchantress became the crone moon in her red, in fact, in her red menstrual aspect. So she turned like a blood red. And then there's that, waiting with bated breath for the maiden aspect of the moon crescent to appear once again in the sky. So all of the four archetypes, they flow over us, taking us deep, Miranda says, taking us deep into the labyrinth to sit in the red darkness before bringing us back out into the light. So with the peak of the eclipse, we saw the red face of the crone moon. And the reason why this is amazing is in that moment we get to actually see the crone whose face is usually turned away from the earth. So what does that mean? The crone only comes to us during the dark moon, during the new moon, and in our own cycle during our menstrual period. And there's no moon visible in the sky, right? When there's a new moon, it's just darkness because the moon is facing away from the earth. And similarly, when we're menstruating, our own light is turned inward. It's not visible, so we are darkened in our own aspects of the feminine. So when the eclipse happens, we actually get to see the crone, which we don't usually see her, right? We only see darkness because she's turned away, the moon is turned away from the earth, so we can't see the moon. So it's really powerful to get to experience a blood moon, because it literally, as a woman on this path of female awakening, on the womb blessing path, whether you've experienced a worldwide womb blessing or a personal womb blessing, this energy resonates deep into our wombs, into our cells, and into our DNA. So the other reason why this is so important for us right now, 2019 is actually a crone year. So if you're walking the womb blessing path, whether you're attending the worldwide womb blessings that we do here, or you've seen me for womb blessing, or you're a moon mother, or you've gone to somebody else, another certified moon mother, you're on this path. And there's a calling right now, especially to start the year with a blood moon, that's calling us to embrace the crone. And so I talk about the crone as the wise woman, our own inner wisdom. And so during our menstrual period, especially if you're having your period now, last night I received the most raw and deep email from a woman who got her bleeding as she opened up a sacred connection. She created a shrine, she danced, she got naked, and she basically called in the directions and connected with the full moon, and her flow started. So there is a powerful connection right now for women who are coming into an awareness of their own cycles and the moon. And in that, there's so much deep wisdom. As women, we're all connected through our wombs, through our cycles, through the moon, to the crone wisdom and guidance. And so you're being called. So many women have recently found the support circle just in the last few days. So you're being called to share that wisdom into the world. So I just want to invite you to reflect for yourself what your own inner wisdom is calling you forth in your life right now. All right. So I'm curious if that has brought forth any reflections for you, any contemplations for you as a woman who is who's exploring her relationship to the divine feminine through your own menstrual cycle and the moon. Do you have anything you want to share in our circle before we close? Feel free to write that in the comments. I'll just give you a few moments before we close our circle. Next time I'm going to have Kleenex handy. What are your reflections about your own crone wisdom, your own potentially red moon or white moon cycle? What this particular moon is calling you forth into in your life? Feel free to share that. Jasmine is asking, is there any way to receive, it's called a womb blessing from a distance? Yes, Jasmine. If you go to yogagoddess.ca/womb blessing, actually right now we don't have the distance womb blessings open, but if you email me, I can arrange that for you. So yes, I do offer distance womb blessings. There are, however, moon mothers literally all over the world. So if you go to wombblessing.com, you may find a moon mother locally wherever you live. Meredith Fabian says, it's calling me to let go and drop into my feminine. Beautiful, Meredith. Thank you. China Rose says, I know my body better than anyone else. Yes, I agree. Heather says, I need to find power and confidence in the moonlight to speak my own voice and advocate for myself and our future babies on this journey. Thank you, Heather. Elizabeth says, the moon is such a source of wisdom for life. No wonder men write. Not sure if I get that. All right. Sarah says, I also feel a sweet invitation to dive into my feminine inner pink, red, orange world. Oh, poems. Thank you, Elizabeth. Yes. So Sarah, I love what you said, that you feel a sweet invitation to dive into your feminine inner pink, red, orange world. So I also want to open an invitation for you all to dive into your own feminine inner world, to unlock the keys of the mysteries of your menstrual cycles and that connection to the moon. So one of the things that I would love to put out there to those of you who haven't started exploring your connection between your menstrual cycle and the moon, there's so much for you to uncover, to reveal about yourself, about your path in life, about what your body wisdom is trying to communicate with you, whether it's about fertility or hormones and moods and what your body is trying to communicate with you about its health and well-being, emotional needs, sexual needs. All this information is all there inside your womb, and it's constantly communicating with you. But if you don't know how to tune into that wisdom, you're missing out on essential information and essential communication that your body is constantly trying to send you signals about. So in our Moon Charting Mastery program, we give you the tools for you to start to decode what your cycle is communicating with you. As you track and you chart, we've designed these beautiful tracking tables that in our digital world, I've decided to make them on pieces of paper, and it gives you that real concrete connection as you tune into yourself, and that heart-hand connection as you write it out and start to tune in and look at what this information is trying to tell you. So the Moon Charting Mastery Program is a complete video program of how to start tuning in and connecting to your cycle, gathering that information, and learning what it is trying to communicate with you. So we're offering a special price. I believe it's $20 off. So instead of $97, it's $77, and we're doing this for the next 5 days in honor of the Super Blood Wolf Moon. So if you're on a red moon cycle, you're on a white moon cycle, you haven't had a cycle in forever, and maybe you just got a period recently, which a lot of women have been writing to me saying that this blood moon made me menstruate and I haven't menstruated in forever. If you have questions about your cycle, and whether it's a white moon or a red moon or a pink moon or a purple moon, which is the cycles in between, which I go over in the Moon Charting Mastery Program in detail, you get 4 meditations to start listening to each phase of your cycle and the moon, to start to connect and tune in to the energies of the maiden, the mother, the enchantress, and the crone archetype. So we give you the 4 meditations, we give you 4 audio lessons to understand more about the archetypes and what they're trying to communicate with you in terms of that body wisdom. So I encourage you to take a look at the Moon Charting Mastery Program, see if it resonates for you, if this particular moon is calling you deeper into your exploration, as Sarah so beautifully said, to dive into your feminine inner world. Then I invite you to take a look at the Moon Charting Mastery Program. Take advantage of the savings for the next 5 days that we have going on. And I want to wish you a very beautiful wolf blood moon eclipse. I'll just take a look quickly at our comments before we close. Kim says, that resonates with me. I was reflecting on my past miscarriages today and was called to think of them as positives, that I can become pregnant rather than the loss I always associate with it. And that my period is now due is a celebration of my fertility and regularity of that. Yes, I love that sentiment, Kim. And it's so important for us to make that connection of our fertility as our period comes. It is a signal and a symbol of our fertility. So thank you. Sony says, I'm ovulating and last night my womb was hurting and I have such a strong discharge physically, emotionally. I feel calm and at peace. Thank you, Sony. Elizabeth says, the moon, we women are the moon, quite literally, Elizabeth, indeed. So thank you so much, everyone. I feel so honored and deeply touched that you joined us here tonight under the full wolf blood wolf full moon, the eclipse and the first full moon of the year. Thank you so much for sharing this space with all of us. The circle is now open, but never broken. So thank you so much. And we'll be back in February for our next full moon, which is just after Valentine's Day on, I'm not sure exactly what day we're doing it for the live cast, but the full moon is on the 19th of February. So sending you lots and lots and lots of love. Thank you so much. I'll just, if you like to check out the Moon Charting Mastery Program, Heidi has included a link. And I believe the URL, I'll just say it quickly, is yogagoddess.ca/moon-charting-mastery. So the link is right here. Thank you again. Sending you lots of full moon blessings. Bye for now.